there was no nuance to these people.
Right.
A jock or a loser.
That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Jock or loser.
Yeah.
Yep.
So sad.
And I may have been a little bit of both. I was on the golf team, so jock's a strong word.
And you were a pickleball champion.
I was a pickleball champion.
Wait a minute. Pickleball existed when you were growing up? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Bob Van Ness and I were the pickleball champions of Oak Forest High School.
Wow.
And I'm going to say, and I've said it before, I'm going to say Bob did 98% of that heavy lifting. I'm going to say Bob carried the team. Although that's not true, because in pickleball, you like somebody up near the line.
Yeah.
And I was young, and so I could be up there and fast and hit those back. And if they got past me, then Bob would do it. So we actually were a pretty good team. Yeah, it's in the, Gary, we had a thing where, like we did our, like a last will and testament. The graduating class would say, like, thanks to this person, thanks to this person.
Sure.
And then, like, I leave to the younger class this.
Yeah, the will.
Like a will. And so I said, I leave to so-and-so Bob Van Ness and I's pickleball skills or whatever. And then somebody posted that on Facebook, like the will. I'm like, holy shit, we had pickleball in the mid-'80s. And by that, I mean early 80s.
Yeah. That's extraordinary, because I thought it had just been developed like 6 years ago.
Right.
Do you play it?
No. I have this thing against it because I fear that it's going to encroach on the basketball courts in New York City. That
it could take over.
That they'll take over, and we'll lose some of the basketball courts. That it's not hard to get a basketball court, but I just don't want it to be any harder.
How often do you get out there and play?
At least 5 days a week.
You do?
Wow. Yeah.
Good for you.
And in the wintertime, though, I play at the Y near me. They have an indoor court.
The YMCA.
Yes.
You love to play at the YMCA.
I love
to play it.
I love to play at the YMCA.
I love it. You get out there, you put your shorts on, you wear a tank top or a t-shirt. What are you doing?
It depends on the weather, but if it's warm out, tank top. And but I have a whole collection of those sweat wicking, which I think is I think it's like the Under Armour coat to the car that they used to try to sell us in the 70s and 80s. Is it really doing any sweat wicking? Yeah. I don't notice anything, but we're all convinced that that's necessary for our athletic apparel, and it just seems to be a huge hoodwink.
I do buy into it.
Yeah, me too.
I find cotton to be pretty effective. I don't know if it's wicking
cotton
or
is fine.
I don't know
Whenever
what it does,
I've been forced into cotton because I don't have anything clean, I'm fine.
It works fine.
I'm not
like
being dragged down by the wave.
Yeah.
It absorbs it more than I guess the other ones don't absorb it, right?
Yeah.
But the point of sweat is that it's cooling your body.
Right.
And so
and it can
if you
even
wick
cool
too
more.
much, maybe it's not going to cool you.
Right.
You ever see John Wick? I think it's about this.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I think that's what I'm saying.
I saw the first John Wick, and it was very compelling.
Yeah?
I'm not sure that I'll ever see any of the
You're not going to follow up on the Wicks?
But I'll tell you what I was blown away by was the Equalizer.
The newest one.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I saw the original one just on a whim. I watched it, and it intersected with a number of things that I'm interested in. One, it's set in Boston, so Steve Sweeney, the comedian from Boston, has a part in it, and then this guy who was in my acting class plays an Irish gangster, and he nails it. And then Denzel Washington, also the Russian mob, which the Russian mob makes all the, at least in this film, all the other mobs very frightened. They don't want to deal with the Russian mob. They take it to that next level of cruelty and diabolicality, deviousness. And then the fourth thing is, of course, Denzel Washington seeking revenge.
Yeah.
I like it when he seeks revenge. I like it also when he portrays historical figures, but when he seeks revenge, I enjoy that as well.
We've talked about it very often. You cannot name one thing he's bad in. Like even you might say that's a shitty movie.
Right.
He's still great.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
The great Denzel.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. I haven't seen it either, but the newest Equalizer, he takes on the actual Italian mafia. He goes to Italy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The real mafia is.
That's
is
good.
Yeah.
You would think they would build to the Russian mob, but rather than open with it. But I guess but perhaps because of all the history, the Italian mob in the original setting
in the old country,
is even more.
I think that's
more powerful.
That's what they're trying to propose to us. The ignorance. We don't know any different. If they tell us that's the worst mob, then we'll believe them.
Right. Because and as we know from the documentary Godfather Part 2, that they were willing to kill the youngest child of there was an Egyptian pharaoh thing going on there where the Andolini family that Vito Corleone became, he was just a child, and his mother said he was not very sharp. Please spare him. And then she had to shoot or stab the mafia. Anyhow, I'm giving you. You can watch it on AMC every 3 weekends.
They pop it up. That's the voice of Gary Gulman. He's got the new special. In fact, we were at a get together yesterday, Gary, where a young boy, maybe 23, 24, was telling a story to Danielle, a Jewish kid, and Danielle said, based on his story, have you seen Gary Goldman's new special? You will love it.
Really?
Yeah. And then he pulled out his phone and he made a note of it.
Oh, that's so nice. Wow, you're getting the word out. I will say, Jimmy, on my travels, the most frequent people have discovered me is through a Conan appearance that you were the warm-up act on. And the second most is from Never Not Funny. You have so many fans with good taste in comedy.
Yeah, we've
come to the shows all over the country. And they're very nice without exception, and they love you guys. They love you guys. They're so dedicated and
we have the Toronto of fan bases.
Yeah, you really
do.
Yeah. But you get the fan base you deserve, and that is.
We have educated the people well by booking great comics and promoting, and musicians like Ellis Paul says the same thing. That not a show goes by where Never Not Funny fan doesn't say I'm here because of the podcast. But they every now and then some moron will go, you should see Matt Rife. Every now and then something stupid like that happens. But more often they get it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad that I was part of both of those things. I'm going to take credit for your success.
You definitely contributed to it, getting the word out there.
Yet I don't think I got to thank you in the book. I don't think I got to thank you in the book. I got to thank you in Todd Glass's book.
That's an oversight. I apologize.
Well, maybe when it goes to paperback, you can fix it.
It's not too late.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.